I don't like being told that I should laugh a lot or smile or, like cheer up when I am totally fine and not having any like mood swings or at that point. Like, I just don't get why I should always put up this face just to please other people. Like, just because I'm not smiling or not behaving in a certain way doesn't mean that I'm unhappy or going through something. I'm just okay. I just don't have any reason to like always leave my teeth out or something like that. Like, I don't understand why people have to always say things like that. It makes me so upset just to hear someone say smile a bit. Like, why? For who? I'm okay. I don't need to be putting on. I don't know. It makes me really upset. I've been told this like 2 times by close friends. Like, even a colleague of mine, like 2 colleagues of mine, have said to me that I should always laugh. It's so good to be, working and stuff, like I almost cursed. Just thinking about the whole thing just kind of makes me really upset because I don't understand why I always have to like look like a fool with my teeth out all the time just to please people. I don't know. Another thing is I am a really complicated person. This is me. This is me opening up and literally exploiting myself. I am very complicated. Like, from what I see from other people and from myself as an individual, I am extremely complicated. I'm not going to lie. I have bad mood swings. Bro, I don't even know how to explain it. Just thinking about it, I don't know how to, like, I can't put a word on it. My mood swings are extremely bad. They're extremely bad. Like, I could be happy now, and the next thing I'm the saddest person. I'm even crying to a point where I even lock myself in, literally shutting myself out from everyone. That's how bad they are. But they're also like, it's like that, and also vice versa. Like, I could be really sad and then the next thing I'm really happy, like out of nowhere. And sometimes when it happens, I just sit back and I'm like, fuck. Now people are probably gonna think that I'm pretending, or I'm like, faking it. Yeah, pretending is also pretending is faking too, right? I mean, if you're pretending, you're faking. If you're faking, you're pretending. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I don't know what this episode is going to be about. I just thought I should like record this, like this whole thing of people always telling me to like laugh and shit. I just thought I should like, because I wanted to write it down, and I was like, I haven't been posting in my episode. I haven't been posting actually for a while. And maybe I should just record, and maybe it would end up as an episode, because it's been a whole month since my last episode and I haven't been really consistent. I'm really sorry. I'm the most complicated person I know. It doesn't get any worse, and I just don't know what to do about it. But to be honest, I really just lack motivation. Like, I'm not motivated enough to carry on with my podcast, even though I do have tons of topics that I want to talk about. I just don't have the motivation, and I'll be honest, I like consistency. Consistency is something that I'm not familiar with at all, unless it's like something that I really, really, really have to do. That, like, if my life depends on something, then I think that's when it will strike to me that I have to be consistent with this. But since podcasting is my hobby, it's one of the least things that I do. One of the least things that I do. And yeah, I guess that's about it. But anyway, I was working on my budget for this month, and my God, like, save me. Really. I'm just... Pull yourself together, honey. Pull yourself together. Honestly, sometimes I think of myself like a brat, but because I'm never happy with anything. That sucks, but it sucks to admit, but I'm hardly ever happy with anything. But it is what it is, and honestly, my feelings are justified because things hardly work out for me. If I have enough, I always have enough money at the end of the month because I have a full-time job and a mini job, but because of these expenses that I always have to pay up to and these unforeseen expenses, it always seems like I don't have enough, which pisses me off because I do have enough, just that I have a lot of responsibilities. That is the most, yes, responsibilities. That's exactly that, like bills to pay, and I have to take care of myself. Yes, responsibilities. I have a lot of responsibilities, and it's all for me though. Just I need to tell myself that whatever that I'm doing it for me, so that I don't feel like it's all going to waste. Because I recently just bought a new phone because the one that I had broke. Like it fell and it broke. It was already I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cut this out because whatever. It was already broken, but when it fell, it broke further. So, I had to buy a new phone in the middle of the month because I needed a phone for school and a lot of things. I don't even know what, but I knew I needed it for school and work. LOL, and family and friends. It's so funny. Okay, now I do have something to talk about. I think I have social anxiety. Not like chronic social anxiety, but I have social anxiety. Like it freaks me out just being around people. To a point where I don't even know who to call my friend and who not to call my friend, because I'm literally just shying away from everybody. The only people that I literally call my friends are. I can count them. I don't know, like a few people. My friends are not even above 5. And the people I know, like acquaintances and stuff like that, these are just people that I know and hang out with. I would say like about 10. That's just how awkward and sad my social life is. I wouldn't have it any other way because I kind of have trust issues, and a lot of weird shit has been going on around me, and just had me thinking, about a lot of things. But I guess that's what it is. I do have social anxiety. I don't like being around a lot of people. It just makes me feel so unease and very uncomfortable. So it's sadly like that. I prefer my own space, but it's bad also. Like it's really bad. It's really bad. I had a long day of just being at home and doing nothing. I woke up and I cleaned my room. I think I cleaned my room yesterday, but I woke up today around 9, and I don't know what I did afterwards, but I know around 12 I made breakfast and came into my room and I started eating, and I spoke to a friend, and I was watching Vampire Diaries, and I was just looking around my room and I was like, I love you, God. Like, this is my little kingdom, It's perfect. I love it. But anyway, I think I'm gonna talk about anxiety. We all know what anxiety is. Okay, let me not make you cringe anymore further. But I like to call myself an introvert. I think we all know what introversion means. The opposite is extrovert. In my own ways, I would say an introvert is someone like me. I'm joking. Someone who probably prefers to do things indoors, like someone who enjoys being alone, enjoys their own company, you know. I don't know why I'm an introvert actually, because I used to be, I know why I am an introvert. Now I know. I grew up in a society where, you know, like I had my little sister, of course, but I had also like a childhood friend of mine, whom things didn't end well for the both of us, because she started like pulling herself away from me, and I had to learn why she did that when we went to junior school. And it was because I had said something disrespectful to her brother, whom at that time I would probably say I was just joking. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is, because I'm not very good at judging things, but I'm just gonna open up. So this guy, we used to meet, and he would be like, hey, are you not gonna greet me or anything like that? I mean, as an African child, how dare I say that? You know, but I was a child, and it was something that we used, like, it was like, I don't know how to say it, like, you know, when you always meet someone in your like, actually, for example, I have this other sister of mine has a friend, and every time they answer the call, and every time when one of them answers, she would be like, I'm selling a bag of potatoes, and the other one has her own way of answering, and they laugh about it. You know, that was the case with the brother and I. Like, he would meet me and say, are you not gonna greet me or something like that, you know? And then one day I assume I met him and I said the same thing, and apparently that was bad. Yeah, story of my life. So long story short, we are not friends anymore, and it's sad because she was my whole world, and it was me and her against the world. But I'm not gonna blame her for like my life turning miserable after that point when we stopped being friends. But I feel like had she and I stayed friends, I wouldn't have gone through a lot of bullying the way I went through. Because at some point I felt like she was very outspoken and a little bit feared. I was also outspoken and very friendly, maybe overly friendly, and people mistook mistaken that doesn't sound proper, but yeah, people thought I was being forward, you know, when they say wa papa and stuff like that. So never I can papa, but I was just friendly. Yeah, so that one was for my local listeners. Oh my god, I am being weird. But anyway, so she left me. That's so sad to say, but she did. And my mom told me not to cry over her and I'll be fine. And honestly, she was right, but I wasn't fine. Because, yeah. And then I started being a solo person, I guess. And people started like taking advantage of all that. I'm walking down memory lane. It's a sad lane. Yeah. So I started like shying away and journaling and being on my own. I think it was about 2012, yes, it has to be 2012. I think I was 12 years old. Yes, I started journaling and reading then, like reading a lot of novels, because my sister would always buy stuff for us. And during that time, I think I was doing grade 7. I went through a lot during that year. I was bullied a lot, like it was really bad, extremely bad. I had this classmates who would make up lies and say that I said that, and I would get punished. My teacher was also really quite bad. Like, she would always side up with the bullies, and I had no one. Literally, the whole class hated me. I have no idea why. I really have no idea why, because I loved everybody. I loved everybody. Wow. Pathetic. Anyway, long story short, I got to junior school, same story, the same bullies. I happened to be in the same class with her. That girl, God bless her soul, she could just stand up and claim that I was stealing her friend from her, and the whole class would agree. Like, how bad was I? I'm just asking myself this, like, actually now that I'm asking myself, like, how bad was I? Like, they just hated me for me being me. That pushed me away from everybody, because now I was like, nobody understands me, nobody loves me, you know, like I had all these issues and I had all these moods. Wow. I wonder why, I'm just asking myself, why would somebody be hated for literally nothing? Like, someone once said, people see the greatness in you that they just reject you and make you feel less of a person and whatever. But it's horrible. It's horrible. It's painful. Pathetic. Why am I whining? Anyway, so all that led me to me being an introvert, preferring my own space over everything. I literally had limited social energy for everyone. I just preferred like really low stimulation settings and just small individuals, and you know, like I didn't want to be around a lot of people because I felt like they were never gonna accept me, you know. So I closed myself in. I joined the, you know, like table tennis is an indoor sport, but I was also an athlete. Yeah, but still. And I was dating in that time. I shouldn't have, but I did. But I don't know. One thing about me is that I really don't like beating myself up for things that I went through, because I believe that there is always a lesson to whatever you go through. Like I learned a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I always learn a lot from my experiences. Everything that I go through, I choose to always see the reason why I went through that. And I actually like doing a lot of like reflection and self-introspection. Like I'm like, let's say I'm in a relationship with someone, you know, typical example, but for example, my last relationship taught me that you can be enough for someone, but if you're not the one, you're just not the one. You can be enough for someone. Like you can be everything that someone wants, but still not be everything that someone wants. Does that even make sense? Like this guy was probably lying. Niggas. Anyway. Yeah, so it's always about me learning from situations and stuff like that. So yeah, I also started being shy, I think, when I went to high school, from junior school to high school, because then I had learned a lot. 3 years in junior school and I had learned a lot. I decided that when I get to high school, I'm not gonna date anyone. That was a really wise choice at my age. I was 15 when I finished junior school, so I was 16 when I started high school. So when I got there, I was a little bit shied away from everybody. But I then happened to see my my junior school crush, because he was now a senior. Actually wanted to cough, but somebody told me I need to be authentic. Okay, this is me being the real me. I'm sorry if it's a little bit awkward, but I don't care. Just doing what I love. So this guy also happened to be someone I really liked. We had amazing chemistry. But he ended up cheating on me with my best friend. So-called best friend. And I had trust issues from then until now. Still have trust issues. So we broke up. And I then happened to meet someone I dated throughout high school. Memories. Even though I liked him so much, he also literally pushed me. I can just say, like, the whole introversion thing. Oh my god, it's hectic. It's a lot. It's a lot to say. It's a lot to talk about, because I think me being an introvert is basically from bad experience. Like, from all the bad experiences that I've had with people, led me to me having limited social energy. Like, me preferring to be on my own. Like, it's a personality trait that I developed based on experience, because my high school sweetheart cheated on me to an extent where, because I stayed with his friends as my roommates. Like, his friends were my roommates, and they came from like the same village, obviously in the girls' hostels. So we happened to just be in the same rooms, and at some point they knew that I was getting cheated on. They saw me in my darkest days when I couldn't sleep, days when I literally sat outside in the dark, like being filled with so much pain and anxiety and feeling like I wasn't enough. I was literally depressed. Like, this guy cheated on me for a whole 2 weeks. I had no idea I thought he wasn't in school, but we literally studied in the same block. He was in a different class, of course, but we studied in the same block, and I didn't know he was still in school, because at some point I remember thinking, like, now I'm thinking I must have been really naive and stupid, but that's how good he was. And funny thing is, I always forgave him. I always took him back. But what hurts me the most is that the people that I trusted betrayed me. They didn't tell me anything. They just looked at me and laughed right to my face. So I remember this one girl telling me that, his best friend, actually his female bestie, she looked me in my face. I don't know what we were discussing that day, and she said, someone could date you just because you please them. I'm not talking about like sexual pleasure, because I didn't get myself involved in all those like sexual things until I was done with high school. I think 2 years after I was done with high school. And so just at that point, I think it clicked that, whatever this is, it was never gonna work out. And I just pulled myself away from everyone. And every time when I came back from evening studies, I would literally just sit by myself outside until everyone went to sleep, and then I would go and sleep. So I think, I kind of preferred being alone, then started literally knowing that I'm an introvert and I wouldn't have it any other way. And like I said, I think for me it's from experience, bad experience, because I also realized when I moved away from my country, I realized that I had a little bit of extroversy in me. Like, there are times when I really want to be around people. Like, for example, this past weekend I was around people from my country because they had a little farewell party for I don't know what it is, but yeah. So I went there, and I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the company, and I got drunk to a point where I literally passed out and they still went on and had fun. But it was really good. Even the next day, it was really good until some shit went down. But that's me I'm a little bit of both, but I'm like 70% introvert and just 30% extrovert. I do like going out and having fun with other people, but not for long. I think after that, I need to like recharge my social battery. I need like maybe a week or more away from everyone so I can like regroup and just enjoy my time alone, and then I can go out to the world again. So yeah, but anyway, shyness is also a personality trait. I mean, it's just lack of confidence, especially with strangers, which we probably 90% of all of us have. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not gonna say I do have like social anxiety, because then that's a disorder. So what has it that social anxiety is a disorder or an intense, persistent fear of being watched or judged by others? Which is, from experience, one reason why I don't like being around people. Or actually, a good example is yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday I had to go back to where I bought my phone because I had a little problem with the contract. And I remember walking past a group of people, like a familiar spot in Berlin where like a lot of people sit. So it's in Alexanderplatz. So yeah, there's like a lot of people there, and I remember just walking, and at some point, like even me talking about it, it's really overwhelming, because I'm thinking about that situation where I walked past a lot of people, like in the middle of people, and probably people were watching me and judging me, and I felt really like, oh fuck, I'm not dressed properly, my shoes are new and I can't walk properly in them. Oh, why did I wear this hoodie? Because it's a little bit sunny. Oh, my hair isn't done and I'm putting on a, how do you say it, like a head scarf, and yeah, you see. So gosh. But also social anxiety is a mental illness, like an overwhelming fear of humiliation, which I doubt I have. I just have this fear of being judged. So it is caused by social situations like high stress, I don't know, fear, anxiety, trigger, avoidance. I don't really have much on anxiety than just this, what I like jotted down. I think one of those days when I was feeling really positive about the podcast. Story of my life. But anyway, so I guess today's topic is going to be anxiety. I'm going to be honest. I actually wanted to start by breaking down the whole growing in discomfort thing. But I felt really overwhelmed when I wanted to discuss what being uncomfortable or what discomfort meant for me. So I still have like the segments and the whole like drafted episode, but I couldn't post it because the whole time when I wanted to record that episode, I was literally feeling so uneasy, like feeling so uncomfortable, and I just didn't know what was wrong. At some point I thought, okay, maybe it's because I'm talking about discomfort / uncomfortability that I am uncomfortable at that time. Like I sat on the bed, I sat on the chair. At some point I thought, okay, maybe I should take a walk and like do it while I'm walking, but I just couldn't bring myself to come out of the house. So I don't think I will do it anytime soon. That's why I decided also I'm not going to talk about discomfort now. Probably gonna do it later. I don't know when, but it is what it is. Anyway, so what do I learn from anxiety? Like, how do I see my growth? Tricky question. I didn't even ask. Like, I didn't. What am I gonna say? What am I saying right now? I didn't write. This is bad. So usually I have scripts where I like write down into. I have like. Let me see actually, so I can say an honest answer. Hold on. So I have like 26 episodes already that I have. Just topics of episodes that I would like to talk about. They are a lot. I think anxiety and depression are on episode 5 of the planned trailer and episodes chapter, I think. So they're on episode 5. I think I just skipped. Yeah, discomfort, positivity, confidence, and self-esteem to anxiety and depression. Well, what are we gonna do? I think we're just gonna pick. When I'm done with this episode, I'm gonna just cancel it out. But yeah, like I said, I have like 26 topics that I wanted to talk about and 26 potential episodes. Usually I choose a topic and I do like scripts so I can know what so I know what to talk about during the podcast, because usually I focus, like I said, the topic of the podcast is growing in discomfort. I usually pick a topic that I'm familiar with and I look at it and what happened to me, like talk about experience and stuff like that. Then I talk about the growth in all of that, like what I learned from that. But I didn't make a script with this one because, like I said, I did it a little bit. I only wrote about introversion, shyness, and social anxiety. I didn't even write about extroversy or extroversion. I don't even know if extroversy is a word. You know what? Hold on. I've been talking a lot. I need to drink some more. So I guess this is not your usual podcast, because the podcast that I listen to, people are really perfect, and I guess that's what makes me unique. But anyway, oh my god, let me tell you something. So I started a page on Instagram, Growing in Discomfort. I have like 23 followers already, and it makes me so happy. Just, like somebody saw it fit to like follow my podcast page, and I really appreciate that. It's the moment of appreciation right here. So cool. So anyway, we were going to talk about the growth that I have witnessed every time I have anxiety. Honestly, I'm still growing through it. I'm not gonna lie. This thing happens almost every day. I get anxious about my financial stability. Which I don't even have, which I extremely lack and need. I get anxious about everything. Like every aspect in my life makes me anxious. I haven't been dating for like 3 years, going 4. But I've had a little bit of entanglement, I think, with 2 guys. Yeah. But I haven't been dating since then, since I moved to Germany. I think one reason why I didn't date was because my last relationship left me really broken, and I didn't know if I should start dating here or if I should date in my country, and just I didn't know what I want. So I thought, okay, maybe it's better if I focus on my studies, which I did, and I did really well. I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna give myself that. So I just didn't have any energy for dating. So during all this time, I'm gonna be honest, I started like developing expectations of how my next partner should be. Lol, this is fun. And I think I just recently realized that my expectations are probably like really crazy and exaggerated. Like, no one is that perfect. Come on, Lena. Like, what? Like, I'm even personally, I am far from that perfection. Like, people, like literally, someone that I want probably doesn't exist. And if he does, I am probably like, maybe, I don't know, like someone he would not look at twice. Oh my God, I'm being rude to myself. Like, be a little bit kind to yourself. Yeah, but that's the truth. Sometimes you just need to tell yourself the truth, because if you hear it from someone else, it's gonna hurt more. But yeah, because I don't want to lie. Yeah, my expectations are a little bit exaggerated. So I thought, because I also realized I literally go for anyone who wants me. Used to, but since I realized that, I don't anymore. I've been on dates. So my sister once told me that I am really naive and I don't know how to like recognize red flags. So I'm like, I went on dates and I promised myself, no matter what happens, I am not going to any guy's place, because I think when was it? 2020, I had decided it's going to be a year of me being celibate. I moved from Essen around mid-June after 6 months of celibacy, and I was doing really great. I was going through a hard time when I moved, because I was changing au pair host families, and I moved to Berlin. And Berlin is a busy city, and I reconnected with my Berlin friends and acquaintances, and my sister was moving away, also like moving to a new apartment with her boyfriend, now fiance. And at that time, I felt really alone, because when I arrived, she was moving out, like I said, and she didn't have a lot of stuff in the apartment. So the room I was in was still fully furnished, but hers wasn't. So she slept at her friend's house, her boyfriend's house. And I hope I'm not like hanging any laundry out there for people to see, but that night I made the biggest mistake of my life that year. I had recalling, but yeah, like I said, the most important thing for me is learning. So that night I reconnected with this guy that I once liked in 2020, and then I went back to my country and yada yada yada. So we reconnected and he called me over and I went there, and shit happened. I wasn't celibate anymore. My whole journey from like the whole 6 months, it was actually just a week before my birthday. My birthday is in June, and I fucked up. But like I said, I learned from my mistakes. And that night, I learned actually that whenever I had like problems, whenever I'm going through stuff, there's always this feeling in me that wants someone around me, and not just anyone, but a male figure. I learned that every time when I'm going through stuff, like I said, I always throw myself to anyone who's available, because I need affection and I need to be told that everything is going to be okay. But I didn't realize that I was giving too much and getting nothing in return. And honestly, after that experience, I understood better, and it's me just realizing the growth that makes me smile and like, you bitch. Like it makes me happy just realizing that, okay, I did something good there. I mean, it was a bad experience, but I learned quite a lot from it, because after that, it has never happened ever. It has never happened. Like when I'm going through shit, I go through it alone, and I know not to get horny when I'm going through stuff, because girl, come on now. So that whole experience like taught me something. But anyway, like I said, I ended up starting my celibacy journey from that moment on to like finish the whole year at least. So the whole of 2022, I fucked up that one time, and I continued trying to be celibate for another 6 months, going 7, going 8. And then I met someone I really liked, and we hit it off. But like I said, when you have been single for a long time, you kind of have like high expectations, and you want fairy tales which people can provide. So I realized, nah, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm not ready for that. And he wasn't too. So I was like, okay, like I don't usually do this, but come on, we started something now, so let's just carry on. Let's just carry on, and if it happens, it happens, but let's just carry on this thing. Because I didn't also want a situation where I would end up throwing myself into someone else, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. Okay, lol. So anyway, that's about it. Me and my dating life. But I also recently realized, because it's been 2 months since anything happened, and since we met. Nah, that's a long time. I think the last time we met, he was leaving to like another town in Germany, and he came back, I think recently. I don't know. I don't even care. Because at some point the communication just sucked, and I was like, maybe I should go back to being celibate again. Because I actually I actually enjoy being celibate. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like feeling like I'm new to all this. Not like feeling like a virgin, of course. Just feeling like, oh God, I'm working tomorrow. I'm on holiday, but I'm working tomorrow at the main job. But like I said, I like feeling pure. Okay, there it is. I don't like the feeling that I used to have after being intimate, because I realized I wasn't happy at all with what just happened. So at some point I kind of learned something about myself, that maybe I shouldn't if it didn't feel right, I shouldn't. So I think I'm gonna go back to being celibate. It's a choice. It's a good choice. But yeah. So like, I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about. Initially, I would have wanted to cut this out, like this moment where I don't have anything to talk about, but I thought, fuck it. I'm just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna let it be like that. I'm just gonna listen to the whole segment and hear if the sound is good, no like disturbance and stuff. Oh, I forgot to set the mood like I always do. So my room is clean, perfectly clean. I'm sitting on my chair right now, on my table, and my bed is a mess. I think think I should take out one pillow, but yeah. Sitting on the chair, the balcony, and it's pretty dark outside. Probably covered skies because they're not clear. Yeah, but it's really dark outside, and that's it. And I feel good. Probably because I did an episode today. I feel really good. I haven't actually been thinking because I had like 5 other episodes that I like unpublished when I changed the name of the podcast and the content. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should repost them. No. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. But anyway, that's about it for today. I didn't even say hi. I can't. I can't do this. Like when I start a segment and I'm like, hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're gonna be doing it. I can't do it. Because the moment I say that, I just go out of lane. I don't even know what to say next. Like it doesn't feel right. So every time when I want to do an episode, I just go straight to the point. But how rude of me to not even say hi, right? So I'm sorry. So how am I gonna do this? I should probably just say hi guys. It's not gonna work out. I'm sorry. Like just the thought. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be hard. Fun fact. My sister told me that I don't like doing things the easy way. I reject help and she's right. Because I want to do everything myself. I want to do everything my way. I want to feel like I have control over my life, but I keep messing things up. And to be honest, at some point we all need help. We all need someone to like guide us or like, you know, like we all need advice. But I reject that. And she was telling me I literally wait for things to be extremely hard. That's when I ask for help. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to put it to words. I don't even know what that means. But for some reason, she's right. I don't know. I just don't feel like every aspect. I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it some other day. But today's chapter was about anxiety. I'm not really happy about how, like, I'm not fully satisfied. I'm happy with the whole episode, but I'm not fully satisfied. So I think sometime we will talk about anxiety again, and anxiety and depression. I probably would feature a friend of mine who is moving into the same apartment this month end. So when we have time, we will talk about anxiety and depression, because I feel like she is too smart to talk about that one. She might probably even tell me things that I didn't know about myself and might be true. So I've suffered from anxiety since I was like 17. I think since I was done with high school. I was going through a lot at that time because I didn't make it. I couldn't get like sponsorship to go to uni, and I had to rewrite my high school metric. I don't know how to say it in English. What the hell is it? My high school living certificate. Okay, yeah, I had to rewrite that like 3 times, and it still wasn't it. You know, like, but I guess I was settling for less, because look at me now. Look at where I am and look at what I have accomplished. When my own people in my country said that I couldn't go to uni, in some other countries they saw a potential in me, and I'm literally studying to be a nurse. Like, we can't even get into that. Like, we are not gonna talk about that now, but I guess everything happens for a reason, like I always say. There's a reason why I couldn't make it elsewhere, but I made it somewhere else. So yeah. So during that 3 years I was going through a lot. I think I talked about it in the, what is it called? The Nice to Meet You episode. And yeah, that's just the beginning of the anxiety that I went through. When I came to Berlin also, I was going through a lot. Damn it. I was literally suffering from a failed relationship, feeling like I wasn't enough. I was a very stubborn person. My sister literally had to put me in a hostel for like a month because she was having it with me. And I was studying German at that time. I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like a disappointment. I felt like I was just, all these feelings that you get. I was really going through a lot. So I'm just glad that it all passed. But anyway, lately I don't have any issues, but I do get anxiety every now and then, do get anxious every now and then, but it's nothing to worry about. So yeah, I'm gonna close the episode now because I need to freshen up, take a shower, and go to bed. I'm working tomorrow. I have an early shift from 6:30 until 3 at the bookstore at the main station in Berlin, my favorite. So yeah, take it from me, it gets better. It really does get better, but I'll be honest, it doesn't get better for all of us. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, it doesn't get better for all of us. That's me being honest. But if it does, you just need to be hopeful. What am I saying? I should just say it gets better. But I feel like if I just say it does get better, I'm lying. And honestly, I don't lie. I don't like lying at all. I can't live up to a lie. I can't even lie with this. Like, if you would see that I'm lying immediately. So I don't want to say it gets better, but be hopeful. I also want to assume that, or hope that better days are coming. So yeah, anyway, that's about it for today. So peace out.